I'm basically fisting this guy's ass, punching him up into the chair. So he's holding onto the chair, and then he's got his cane, but it's like a foldable cane. Again, I'm holding him one hand trying to like whip this cane together, and then he started going down a little. He goes, don't let me go. And welcome back to Give It To Me Straight.
I'm Alex.
And I'm John.
And
we're your gracious hosts.
I should have had a snack. I'm kind of hungry.
That seems so forced.
What do you mean?
Just like,
You know how when
we're having fun.
You know how you immediately get a feeling of hunger in your stomach? That's just what happened to me immediately. When we did that in the
I
intro.
just made you breakfast.
I know, but I can only have baby bites because my stomach is so compressed. And then, so I only eat a little, and then I'm hungry a lot, you know?
You're a hungry hippo.
You don't have to call me a hippo.
I mean, you know,
I get
it's
it.
just the game.
It's just the game.
The hippo eats everything.
You could have like said, not that.
We
just had
hungry
this
princess.
discussion last week. Yeah, exactly.
I was just basing off the game. No,
Okay.
I didn't mean it like that.
How was your week, John? What'd you do?
Exactly every single thing that you did. The same thing.
No, I know, but
We're
I'm asking
together
you specifically.
all the time.
What was your experience? Because I have my own experience.
Well, we had our baby moon. Is it our baby moon or like your baby moon? I never know like the we
it's ours
versus
because
I.
I think the purpose of a baby moon is it's not just about pampering me and making sure that I have a great time. It's like us.
No, it's all about you.
No, it's us together. It's like our last trip.
Are you extending your hand out like you want me to?
Yeah, hold it. It's like our last trip that we have as just the two of us.
We can make it if we try.
Just the two. Yeah, so that's what a baby moon is. It's just like I don't know when they became a popular thing.
I just think this is another.
It's another thing to spend money on.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
this, I think, is,
I'll take it.
This thing is up there with like Valentine's Day.
What other holidays are just a waste of money?
Valentine's Day is such a joke. It's like, you need this day to celebrate your love. Be like, you should be celebrating being together all the time, not this specific day.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, again, it's just an excuse.
Don't get divorced.
To
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's just about celebrating your love, and this is about celebrating our partnership as just the two of us before we add a third.
Would you say?
Hopefully.
I think the like holiday or thing that should be promoted is going on a trip after baby's born.
That's what I said too. I was like,
What's
feel
that called? That should be called something.
Post baby maternity party.
Sure.
Because, well, like people go on maternity leave, and I've seen this where moms have posted and they're like, wait until the end of your maternity leave instead of going on a baby moon, go then so you could bring your baby and enjoy. But I think, I don't know. I guess you just have to see what the vibe is.
So baby moon, we went to St. Vincent in the Grenadines or something. Sandals. It was awesome. It was cool. We can get into that. But okay. I will say, it's whatever. You can't really do anything just sitting around like you. And so I'm like, I'm not going to be that dick husband that's like, let me go party while you sit around. And
do people do that? Like, I don't think that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's husbands that are like oblivious. Like, I'm going to do this. It's all inclusive. I'm going to drink my face off. But not even like the whole drinking thing. It's like, you know, I just feel like we couldn't really do like a whole lot.
Well, I think baby moon is for relaxing. Yeah, it's like obviously, but that's why I do think if you're between the two, I would choose to go after you pop out a baby.
100%.
If like you're healthy and you're cleared and your baby is able to travel.
Because you're my friend. I want to like do stuff with you.
Right.
I'm like,
yeah.
How much relaxing can you actually do?
Well, I thought it was a perfect amount. It was like 3 full days. It was nice. I really enjoyed it.
We say it all the time, 3 days is plenty. I don't care where you are. 3 days is plenty.
So we went to the Sandals Resort, and we've never done Sandals before. I feel like all-inclusives, too, like we kind of got over them for a little bit.
Well,
and
sometimes
I was like,
they get a bad like stigma around them if they're like lower end ones, but Sandals is pretty nice.
It was beautiful. Yeah. It was brand new. It was an easy 4.5-hour flight from New York, so highly recommend. There was a lot of couples there on their honeymoons, and it made me feel old.
I know.
I was like, oh my God, you guys just got married.
I know.
But
the islands, that's a nice island too. We took a little boat over there. Staff was great. Everything was great. So it was nice. I'm glad we got to do it. I think it was a little like surreal. It was like, this is our last trip together.
I guess, again, I don't know, mentally, I prepared for that last year. And so for this year, I'm just like, hopefully it is. Well, don't be negative, Alex.
Yeah.
But no, that's what I just like thought. That was my thought process last year. So this year I'm just like, okay, oh well.
You just like kill the vibe of a conversation. Like,
that's me.
Oh,
John.
we went to Sandals. Hopefully she makes it.
Yeah, we saw her today.
We're just, we're good. She's good. Everything's good.
We saw her today on a scan, and she is John's twin.
She's got my nose. She definitely has my nose for sure.
Yeah,
and she looks like a moody lady.
Right,
so
for
she's
sure. I'm like,
just like me.
Is her face squished in there? Because she looks like she's a little bit pissed.
resting bitch face, and she's got her fist up. She's like,
the tech goes, no, she's not really that squished. She has a lot of room. And I go, oh. So her face just looks like she's not happy.
She's not happy.
Yeah.
She's like, get me out of here.
It is wild, though, that like women grow babies to look exactly like their husbands.
It's just like, right? So the husbands don't like kill their young or eat their young or something.
So they know that their kid is their kid. Yeah. But I mean, the fact that even through just this one scan, she's your doppelganger.
You know how there's like the parents that are like, that baby's not leaving my sight right after I deliver. I'd be like, I know exactly which one's going to be my kid. You could take the kid.
The one who
I'll
has
spot
an
that fucking nose out of that whole group.
Oh my gosh. But I do wonder how different she's actually going to look from the scan versus real life once we see her.
She's definitely going to be tan for sure.
She might get my pale skin, John.
No, I don't think so.
I don't
think so.
We'll see.
Moving on from the honeymoon. The honeymoon. Oh my God.
Moon.
Moving on from the baby moon.
Wait, what was your favorite part of it?
I mean, hanging out with you, of course.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was close. Is that a trick question?
It really wasn't.
I don't know, because we also did, while we were there, we did some work too. I'm trying to think of, I really wanted to go on a bike ride. We didn't get to do that.
Yeah, well, the one time we got on bikes, mine was flat.
I was going to give you mine.
I don't know what is wrong with me that like I either break things. Like, remember that one time I was sitting at your family's dinner, mid-dinner, the chair, this wooden, it looked well put together.
Snap that chair in half.
The legs just buckled underneath me. Same thing with this bike. I get on and it's like flat tire. I'm like, okay, I'll just walk everywhere. I don't need to ride a bike.
Oh wait, my favorite part, definitely at night, smoking a cigar, having a cocktail, and we were just like planning our empire that we're gonna conquer.
Yeah, I love that secondhand smoke too. So did your daughter.
I purposely try to boot it away.
Kidding.
I don't know why you kept moving. I go, I'm here. The wind's going this way. Sit over there.
I'm joking, John. I just know someone's going to say something.
I also didn't ask you to come out there. I'm like, I'm just going to smoke my cigar. You don't have to sit right next to me in the pool.
What was your favorite part of it? Talking with me.
It was nice.
It was in the pool talking with me. You know what my favorite part, though, was? Everywhere we went, my best friend, my lady dog, Mom, she would come find us. And
the dog knew you were pregnant for sure.
I think she did because she was also a mom, so I think she could sense it. But, you know, the beach is, I wouldn't even say it was full of people. It was probably at like 40% capacity. But she would find us every time on the beach, dig a hole under my lounge chair, and just sleep the entire time that we were there.
Picky. She's a picky dog. She didn't want to eat anything. We kept getting caught throwing our food from the table to the dogs.
I'm surprised that they didn't yell at us.
Don't have dogs in your property if you don't want us to pet them and feed them.
Yeah, I mean, she's a working mom. You know, she wanted protein. She didn't want carbs.
She's a working mom.
Yeah, she's just busy.
What's that? Oh my God. What's her Reba's song? I try so hard and I work all day.
Keep going, John.
Give me one line.
I don't know, but I know what song you're talking about. Where it's like,
I'm a single mom and I
work so hard. We're gonna get copyright because this is so good.
Because it sounds so good.
Yeah, but that was my
favorite part. Work 2 jobs.
Okay, that's the island dogs. They were working a lot of jobs.
What else was I gonna say?
Oh, or our travel back. That was a clusterfuck.
That's what I'm gonna talk about.
Okay.
Our flight back. People are so rude on the plane, guys. For the love of God. When it chimes and you can get up to get in line to, like, if you're 5 rows back, you sprinting up, you weren't catching another flight. We know you weren't.
We were the last ones in.
I mean, just wait your fucking turn. What is the problem?
Not only that, we had an elderly man next to us who had difficulty standing, and John, because he's a doctor.
No, I'm not. Never said that.
He knows how to handle.
Well, I know how to do transfers and sit to stand, all that.
Right.
So he looks at me and goes, you going to help me up later when I need to get up? Because I got his hip or something. I didn't know. I couldn't remember what he said. I'm like, I'm the perfect person to sit next to you.
Exactly.
I know exactly what to do. Did not go the way I thought it was going to go, though. Because when we land and he's like, all right, I'm ready, while people are flying by us.
Well, that was the thing. People just weren't patient to wait for him. He was halfway in the aisle, halfway out, and people were pushing by him from behind. And I'm like, hello, where's the etiquette here? Well, like, you see this man struggling. You're trying to pick him up. You even had to ask someone, hey, can you help me help him?
Well, I didn't need him. I needed him to like hold, because he needed to get out of the chair, like the aisle. Anyways, I go, grab the chair in front of you. Really would thought this isn't the first time for this guy, by the way. I'm like, grab the chair in front of you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to grab your arm. I'm going to pull you up by your pants. Well, he had like athletic pants on.
Oh.
And I couldn't.
I saw you looking for the belt loop.
I was looking for a belt and I couldn't. I grabbed his pants. I'm basically fisting this guy's ass, punching him up into the chair. So he's holding onto the chair and then he's got his cane, but it's like a foldable cane. Again, I'm holding him, one hand trying to like whip this cane together, and then he started going down a little. He goes, don't let me go. So now I have my hand in his ass, my knee in his hip to just like hold him there while I'm folding this. And people are just staring at me.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting you to help me. You're behind me. I'm like, can you all fucking just wait a second?
Right. No, everyone charging to the front to get off the plane to wait at baggage claim for an hour and a half.
I'm just like, if there was a like some sort of accident or something happening, catastrophic event, it's all for themselves. No one's going to help anybody.
There's no community.
It's terrible
effort there. Well, before we discuss things further, John, I wanted to let you know that today's episode is sponsored by Cozy Earth. Cozy Earth's bamboo sheets are temperature regulating. They naturally wick away heat and moisture from your body, helping you sleep several degrees cooler. And as a pregnant, overheated lady myself, that's important. Cozy Earth sheets have been a game changer for helping me feel more comfortable while I sleep. Their sheets, along with their cuddle blanket, make it impossible to get out of bed in the morning. And I don't know about you, John knows this about me, but I'm the type of person who always needs a blanket on me. Watching a show on the couch, I need a blanket. I don't care if it's mid-July, honestly. Like, I just love to feel cozy all the time. Working on my laptop, I want a blanket. The Bubble Cuddle Blanket is intricately woven with ultra soft fibers, perfect for your bedroom or your living room. And what's great is that they offer a risk-free purchase. You could try them for up to 100 nights of sleep, and if you realize they aren't for you, return them, except you won't because you'll love them so much. They also come with a 10-year warranty. Head to CozyEarth.com and use our code STRAIGHT, STRAIGHT, STRAIGHT for 40% off. Because bed should be more than a place you sleep. It should be a place where you annoy your husband for hours, but you're both too comfortable to move, so you just keep annoying him because you love your sheets so much. Yay. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if any of you have had the luxury of landing into JFK from an international flight. It is always a clusterfuck. I can't imagine being a visitor, like not being a citizen, and then having to wait for 2 hours in the customs line. I would never come back. I would never come back to visit the U.S. again.
The amount of people who come into this country, I'm like, wouldn't you have more TSA agents or customs agents? It take 2 hours to get through that line. And then on top of it, with all the construction, dude, figure it out. Fucking figure it out.
You would think that there would be a plan in place, but no.
So for anyone going to the JFK, they've also switched the ride share where you get dropped off. It's not like the first stop on the air train.
Hold on. So let's go to where we land. We get through customs because we did like the mobile entry, which we do have to do global entry. But we got through in like 10 minutes. But because the flight that had landed before us was backed up in customs, nobody could pick up their bags from the baggage belt, baggage claim. So our flight's bags start coming on top of it, but it is such a cluster. They're rolling over onto the floor. They're just jamming up.
So the
belt stops. We're waiting, and you would think like, oh, maybe someone who works there would take the bags off. And I was even thinking, should we as a group start removing these bags? And I'm like, that's not our jobs. I don't need to get another hernia, pull out, hurt our backs, whatever. So 30 minutes later, someone from the airport starts to pull the bags off the belt to line them up so that our bags can eventually come. An hour and a half later, literally, our flight had landed and it took an hour and a half to get our bags, which, joke's on us. We shouldn't have checked
We're
bags.
also not blaming the staff. I'm blaming the coordinators of the staff or the people responsible for like, it's just so fucking unorganized. Right. It's crazy. Yeah. Get your shit together.
And you would think that after all of these years, it would be a seamless process. Anyway, so we grab our bags, and usually, depending on our mood, we're like I know in LAX, when you land in LA, they have curbside pickup if you get an Uber Black, or you could take the shuttle. It adds like an extra 20 minutes to your trip, and then like go to the Uber pickup lot. In JFK, they never had a curbside pickup as an option. Like they started making people go, depending on what terminal you landed in, you had to take the shuttle to get picked up. But when we landed, I was like, oh, curbside pickup is an option. I'll pay the extra $50 to not take a 20-minute tram, whatever. So we're like, I click it, I order it. We get so lost, and we've done this a million times, but because curbside pickup had never been a thing before, so John and I are heading in the direction that we think we're supposed to go. We end up in the area for regular Uber pickup, which is fine. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to cancel this. We'll get on this tram, this air tram. We get on, and I'm looking at it. It's also like 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night. My baby, like, pregnancy brain is kicking in. I'm exhausted. We've already been on the ground for like 2 hours at this point. I'm looking when we're in the train, and I'm like, oh shit, we're on the wrong train. So I'm like, John, we're on the wrong train. I look back at you. You're holding the 2 bags. I'm like, let's go. As I walk out, the train doors close behind me.
Almost close on our foot. I mean, that's how close it was. But the thing is, you knew the doors were closing. You're like, I'm still going to go. Doors shut right in front of me. I have all of our luggage. She just looks at me from the other side. And if you're watching this, she was like this. And I'm like, and that's it. I have no idea where I'm going.
Wave, and I'm like, I'll see you later, John. I was so tired. And I was like, fuck. And then
you just like assume that I'm like at your beck and call right now.
No.
You're like, let's go. Boop. Go. Doors close within like 2 seconds.
I made the split-second decision. I thought we'd have time. And then as I'm walking through, I see the doors closed. And I'm like, I have made the wrong choice here. So
you got to. So then. Honestly, good I had the train ride to myself. Because I'm just like, this fucking asshole.
But you know what, John? You could have, like, you know that I'm also, like, I'm building 2 brains here. Like, my brain is going to this brain here. I'm tired. You can turn your brain on to travel this one time, to just direct us to the curb.
So either way, I'm still on the right train, by the way. Get to my spot, wait for Alex.
You weren't.
Then Alex comes down the escalator. I'm waiting for her. I know that I have to go down this hallway where to get to the rideshare. And Alex like, we're going the wrong way. So I say, okay.
I go, we go
back up the escalator. And she's like, well, I guess we could go back down. So then we go back down the fucking escalator and go the way that I thought. And I'm patient. I know she's pregnant, so I'm not saying shit. I'm like, whatever. Also, I'm carrying both full fucking bags, and all she's got is her backpack.
John, when we were down there, after that 18th escalator down, you said, it's this way. And I said, okay, lead the way. Then we get to the end of the doors, and you go, well, maybe it's not. I saw other people going here. And I said, you make the executive decision. Is it through these doors, or are they not? And you go, you lead.
I'm not dying on that hill where you lose your mind on me. So anyways, we then go back the right way to the rideshare. We're there. Alex is losing her mind because she's like, the fucking Uber, it's not working, and it's trying to send someone else an Uber. Blah, blah. I was like, I'll get us Uber. I'm looking at the Uber app. I'm like, there's Uber, and then there's Uber X or whatever. I'm not even looking at Uber Black or anything. And she goes, pick the quickest one. I go, okay. I picked the quickest one. Car rolls up. It's a regular car. And she goes, why'd you get the smallest car? I'm like, what are you talking about? I got what you told me to get.
We have 2 full-size luggages. Luggage, 2 full-size.
You go pick the fastest one. So I picked the fastest one. Anyways, and it's just like.
And our luggage didn't fit. So he had to.
We're sitting in the backseat anyways. It doesn't matter.
Around. It doesn't matter. We made it home. It was just a clusterfuck. And I feel like there's been a lot of times, thankfully, just on the way home from trips that always turn into the trip from hell.
You're welcome. I'm the hero in this story, and you're the villain.
I don't think you're the hero at all. If you were the hero, you would have been like, I got
us home. I got us home.
Okay, after 100 years later. You should have.
I also got all of our luggage off the thing. You weren't even. You were talking to some other couple. You're like, blah, 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 talking to some other couple.
I got it off. I'm 8 months pregnant, and I fucking ripped that fucking shit off the thing, the biggest one. I go, don't worry, John. I got it.
I was like, don't worry.
You were on the other side, and I go.
I was getting the other one.
I go like, don't.
You're chirping to some couple about our trip. I'm like, yeah, it's passing you.
Oh, you didn't even see it. I got it. I got the luggage. I got the Uber. Please don't even try to help me. But what would have been nice, John, is if you just took the lead from the beginning and you said, I'll get us home, my queen.
I'm the anchor. I'm like, I'll let you figure it out. If you don't got it, Daddy's here.
So you pissed me off, I pissed you off, and together we pissed off some people on the internet, not this past week, but the week before, of
we piss everyone off. About what? What do we do now?
Talking about how people, the world doesn't revolve around people's children, and our opinions will change once we have one.
Well, everyone, first off, even I'll take their side too. Everyone has their own opinion on something, so whatever you think. I did notice that majority of people saying your friends should show up for you are all people who have kids who are already. So those people probably got offended because we said people don't have to accommodate to you because you are the one who technically changed.
I just think it's a two-way street. I don't think that we were saying like you can't expect your friends to show up for you. I just think you can't expect for your friends to bend over backwards for you every time because you have a kid. I think, yes, they can still love you in this new season of life, but like it's a two-way street. Like you have to understand that they have lives too, like they can't only be accommodating to you 100% of the time because you have a kid now. That's just where.
I mean, I'm still going to die on that hill. I really don't. I really don't care.
I know.
They're not. They don't need to change. You changed. Your family dynamic changed, and whatever. Shit happens. Get over it. Don't get offended when somebody doesn't want to hang out.
Shit happens, I don't think is the right terminology. Shit happens would be like, I got cancer and I don't have time to hang out with you because I'm in chemo all the time. Like, shit, having a kid, I guess it could be shit happens in certain situations, but I feel like you're making a choice to have a new chapter in your life, and that's okay. But like you can't expect everyone to 100% want to be around this new change in your life all the time. Like I just think there's balance. It's a two-way street. It ebbs and flows, and that's okay. I will be interested to see if we change our minds.
I'm not going to change on my opinion. I guarantee you. I hope you can throw this in my face. Whatever. I know that I'm not going to change.
Right.
I will never change on that. I will have a kid and be like, I understand that you don't want to hang out. I get it. No fault. I'll just find other people because life is in seasons or whatever the fuck that phrase is. Like you're going to meet new people and your circle is going to be different. Like we're going to be in a new stage of our life than some of our friends are.
Mm-hmm.
Except majority of our friends are already in that stage of life and we're catching up.
I don't know. Not everyone. I think you probably have, like, it's more family that is in that stage of life or your friends. Most of my friends, I feel like, don't have kids yet. But again, if anything, I'm looking forward to them being a reprieve for me, like from parenthood, like maintaining that individuality of like, still being myself. Yeah. But like, I know that they're so excited though to still embrace like our child.
And that's great too.
I just don't expect them to be like, oh, like I can't travel to you because I have a kid. So you have to come to me every time. You know what I mean? I just feel like we've dealt with a lot of situations where people are great with balancing it and it's a learning curve.
Also,
and
you have different friends for different things. Like
right.
I have friends for volleyball. I have friends for drinking. I have friends for Call of Duty. Like all different groups. And that's
work. Yeah.
I just don't I don't like people getting mad at people for not accommodating to you. That bothers me. Like you're going to think differently of your friends because your friends don't want to really hang out anymore. And like, you're going to judge them. That's what a two-way street is. I guess you could both, and your friends judging you for having kids or whatever. Like, that just doesn't seem like a good relationship in general, that would happen.
Right. If there's no communication there, and I feel like if your friends just like drop you off, either way, it's a two-way street. It takes two to tango. It's a change in life. But I just think that I still stand where I stood. So,
other thing from last week's episode that was a big topic, zipper wins over button.
Oh, that was a few episodes ago, but yeah.
No, well, they were talking about it on the last one too. I was getting more comments.
Oh.
You want double zipper pajamas. I don't know what that means, but apparently that's like especially at night, no one wants to fuck with buttons at like 2 a.m. after a feeding. Zipper, because you want to try to keep them sleeping and less movement or something like that. So zipper wins. Or magnets.
We'll just see.
Did I talk about that last episode?
Oh, no, I don't. I haven't seen magnets, but.
Magnets sound good. Magnets.
What about Velcro? I guess things get stuck in Velcro, and that's probably disgusting to
Well, as soon as you shit in the Velcro, that's like.
But like shitting in a zipper, shitting in anything, you just like is nasty.
Maybe that's where the double zipper comes in because the first one gets nasty, but the outer one doesn't.
I really don't know. We should probably like get more clothes, which we are going to officially like start registering for some things, which I think will be fun.
Yeah.
To put together a nursery. I don't know. I still am not prepared to do that, but oh well.
Whatever.
Shall we jump into questions? Any other updates, John?
I don't know. Did I talk about losing my pants?
You lost your pants?
With the old Italian ladies. Did I talk about that last time?
No, I don't think you did.
I got like a bunch of suits from Suit Supply. I got like 5 suits and I needed them all tailored. And I got these 2 old Italian ladies where we live. They're awesome. And I give them, I'm sorry, I had like 8 pairs of pants I gave them basically. Gave it to them. The whole place is so unorganized inside. It's just like a cluster, sewing machines, clothes everywhere. And to keep track, she goes, put your name on a sticky phone number. That's it. And she sticks it to the pants. Come back in a week.
Oh, like a Post-it note.
Yeah, a sticky note. Whatever. I come back. I don't remember what pants I gave her or what they look like.
You know what I think the problem was, though? You brought your mom, and because it was Italian ladies, they were talking. It was just
my mom's like, where are you from? Like, I'm from. My mom's like, I'm from Abruzzi. I'm like, okay, mom. First off, I just love that she turns her Italian on in certain situations.
Right.
Whatever. I come back to pick the pants up. She hands me the pants, and I'm like, are these mine? I'm like, they look like mine. I bring them back. They're not my pants.
But you didn't notice for days.
I didn't really look at them. I didn't need the pants. And then a couple of days later, I go, shit, these are not my pants. And there's only 4. And I gave her like 7 or 8. Bring them back thinking like, she's going to be like, oh, sorry, whatever. She goes, well, what are you doing taking those pants if they're not your pants? I'm
Your
like,
fault.
You're the one who gave me these pants. By the way, she's like 70 or something.
John thinks he's like, oh, I'm going to get these pants for free because she fucked up. Like, she gave me someone else's pants. Someone else probably got my pants. John
so she comes at me. So then I find my pants. I had to go find my pants in the back of her store. I find the pants.
She's like, you idiot. You do not. Yeah. Go look for another
By the way, I paid for the first round of pants. And she goes, that'll be another $80. I'm like, not only did you give me the wrong pants, but I have to pay for inconveniencing you, I guess.
She stood on business. Her business.
And that's Italian.
And she was like, you're the one who fucked up. You should have checked and not taken the wrong pants, idiot. It was a test.
I'm losing my mind. I'm scared that I already talked about this. And if I did and I told the story already, I'm sorry.
I don't think you did. I would have remembered. I think. Who knows? I have mom brain. And I can't even get us to the Uber pickup correctly. But
at least she admits it. All right, question number 1.
What's your excuse, John? What's your excuse?
I'm getting old.
You're getting old?
I was thinking about when she turns 20, I'll be 58.
Yeah.
I'll be almost dead.
You'll be fine. You're like, it's fine.
Look at that. Look at that. I'm like bad. I'm like Brad Pitt and Fury. See that? Okay.
No one can see that. Are you done?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Are you sweating? I'm hot.
You're a lot of things, and one of them is annoying. Okay. First question, John. Do you want to start reading it today?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to give you the option, just in case. My boyfriend won't pee in front of me, which I feel like this question was kind of perfect for today because this morning you just decided to pee outside, and I'm like, I pulled a question about this.
We were walking to the car. I didn't feel like going back inside.
That's
I don't want to waste water either. I don't like flushing the toilet after I pee.
That's just like you're killing
Give it
our
a couple
plants.
rounds and
you're
then flush.
Killing our plants.
It's not me. It's Kobe. Do you want to go outside with Kobe at night? Because he won't pee. He'll dilly-daddle around. Unless I pee, he'll pee right after me and he'll go inside.
That's
okay.
false.
Then go out. Then let him go out there and fight the raccoons.
He just takes his time.
And this episode is also sponsored by Caraway. As an amateur chef myself, my secret tool to a painless cooking journey has been Caraway Home. I used to spend so much time trying to figure out what pots and pans to use. They were never organized and they were impossible to clean. With Caraway cookware, not only are they aesthetically pleasing to look at and easy to clean, but they are also non-toxic with a chemical-free coating. We've been using Caraway products for years, and they are my go-to cooking staples. The cookware set comes with a saute pan, fry pan, Dutch oven, and saucepan. Plus lids and storage, it's the ultimate kitchen setup. The cookware set will save you $150 versus buying the items individually. Plus, If you visit carawayhome.com/GITMS, you can take an additional 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/GITMS or use code GITMS at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern.
Anyway, my boyfriend won't pee in front of me. We're in our 30s and have been together for a year. I'm not sure why this bothers him so much, but it does. He refuses. Even if one of us is showering or brushing our teeth, he has to have me leave and full on close the door. I know you guys will ask, but don't worry. I've seen all of the parts up close and personal, and everything is normal. I pee in front of him.
That's not what I was going to ask.
I wasn't thinking that either.
She's like, John the inspector, yeah. What kind of cock does he have?
I pee in front of him, and this doesn't weird him out. He just won't do it the other way around. Thoughts?
Oh, he's just pee shy. Maybe he just has a hard time peeing in front of people. A lot of people have that. I think Travis Kelce has that problem.
Why specifically do you know that Travis Kelce has that problem?
I think I heard it on like a podcast or something.
I don't know.
I just made like a random statement. I'm probably totally wrong, but that's what I heard.
No,
Fun fact, John.
I guess pee shy would be the correct terminology for someone who doesn't want to pee in front of someone else.
One time, I remember at a bar in Long Island, I go to pee. It's just a single bathroom, and I go to pee in the toilet, and a guy comes in. He's like, I gotta pee. I'm gonna piss in the sink, and we're right next to each other, and I just couldn't pee. I was like, and I just like left. I was so uncomfortable. So I guess, I don't know, it could be the moment.
That's happened to me, like being in the ocean before, when it's like, okay, jump off the boat. Like there's no bathroom on the boat, pee in the ocean. And because I'm like forced and I know that everybody else is peeing, I'm like, pee, Alex, pee. Like I can't do it. But
Were
like,
you treading water?
Yeah.
I got to hold on to something.
That's true too.
I can shit and tread.
A normal, I don't know. If you... Cool. John, that's disgusting. You could shit and tread.
Yeah,
you could tread water and shit at the same time.
Yeah, but I can't pee and
There's
tread.
no way. I feel like that is completely different. Like how?
Backwards.
And you're just squeezing.
I don't really have to squeeze. If I have to go, if I have to shit, it's totally
John,
different than
you
peeing.
have IBS. If you don't have to squeeze, you just have to think, let loose, and it just comes out. Ew.
Unless we have to go to
God.
plane. Then it's like my body hates me.
We need to answer the question. For me, I think it would bother me if you weren't comfortable enough to pee in front of me.
Who cares? He's pee shy. Leave him alone.
No,
That's
is
the
kind
only
of annoying,
response I have to that.
I also just like love annoying you while you're peeing, and if you made me get out, it would make me want to see your pee even
sometimes
more.
my pee flow is not that strong around you because I'm scared you're gonna poke me in the butt or do something stupid.
Yeah, you should always be on your
You like
toes.
come around my shoulder, like, what's she doing? I don't know. Like, leave me alone.
I just always want to take a peek. So I'm just, John's trying to block me out. I'm like, let me just see. I just want to take a peek. Let me hold him. I'll help. Maybe ask him if he needs help.
Okay. I said my piece like 4 times.
So you just, that's it. But would it annoy you if I never peed in front of you?
No. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your personal time. I don't need to be in there.
I just feel like that's a waste of time though, especially like in a hotel room if you're traveling.
I don't like shitting. I'll tell you this. I do not like shitting when you're near. I can't shit when you're in the bathroom.
Our hotel room had like a separate door for like the bathroom, but you know how it's like open concept bathroom, but then like there's a door. It's a clear door. Of course you chose
the sink. That's the sink and then clear door toilet. And I'm just like staring at you in the reflection. I think you put your stuff
at the other sink first.
Okay. I can shit in front of you. I choose not to because I don't want you to shit in front of me, and then I just think about the sounds of the toilet.
Well, I just don't want to be around you when you're shitting because it's
like
it's just like it's too vocal.
This isn't about us. Moving on. Next question.
I don't think we helped her though.
We did.
You just don't think
he's pee shy.
Okay,
leave him alone.
Wow.
Just leave him alone.
That's fine. All right, next question. My fiance and I bought our house 3 years ago. We are in our mid to late 20s. My fiance has always wanted to travel, and after a recent trip we took to Japan, I can't help but feel like we're missing out if we don't travel before we have kids. We've spoken about either selling our house or renting it and taking a year or so out to travel. But the uncertainty of what life will be like when we get back is making us both uneasy. Neither of us can take work with us, so we'd both have to quit our jobs. So my question is, what would you do?
What's the problem?
They want to travel. They just bought a house.
Fucking go travel.
That's what I think.
Next question.
If you're... Okay. I booked an Alaskan cruise. Also, all of these are around travel.
What's the problem?
What's the problem. Just go. No, I think anything like this, a big life choice, go to your future self. If you would look back and regret not doing it, you got to do it. Who cares? Life is short. Rent out your house if you can.
I think a lot of times people have a hard time not overthinking something.
Yeah.
Maybe
we should overthink things more.
I think us not overthinking has
worked in our favor
and has helped us with being successful, to be honest. But I mean, we had the LA move and then selling the house that quick, that kind of fucked us. But you're not going to win them all.
Right.
So,
well, that's why I'm saying like, you can rent out your house and even just do it for a few months. You don't have to necessarily take a whole year to do it. But I will say a lot of people on the trip that we were on when we were at Sandals, I mean, you can't bring kids there, but they had kids and they were just traveling without their kids. So I don't want to say you can't travel once you have kids either, because hopefully we'll feel comfortable enough to do that.
What was that? I don't know if it pertains to this as much, but that guy you were listening to him or something, and he was like just taking it was some girl podcaster talking about like taking.
Oh, like the more successful businesses act quicker than it was like a business podcast or something.
But it still kind of pertains to life. Like,
right.
Just do.
Like, instead of waiting and like thinking for things to be perfect or just like harping on a decision, just do it. Like, just make the choice within, the 24 hours and do it.
It's just the two of you right now. I mean, now's time to take risk.
Yeah.
For sure.
And again,
and fun.
I think if you look back and do what?
And fun.
Oh,
they just want
and
to travel.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think if you're going to regret it, that's your answer. You got to do it then. You'll figure it out.
I agree.
Next question. I booked an Alaskan cruise not knowing I was pregnant. And then when we found out, I was excited because my friend and I were going to use the cruise as a funny baby moon together before the baby comes. I did not know the cruise policy cutoff is 24 weeks. Now I'm scrambling to get someone to take the cruise, but the cruise line won't let me give the reservation to someone. They also will not let me board the ship with a note from a doctor saying I am healthy for travel. Although their policy is clear and it's my fault, am I the asshole for hoping someone on the cruise line booking would be more helpful and flexible? The vengeful side of me is wishing to tell people that blank cruise line is the worst, but it's also my fault for not knowing the policy.
No, you're not the asshole. That's a weird policy to have. I don't know why. Is it because they need to vet the person before?
I don't know.
Why could they not? Why could you not swap it to somebody else? It's another paying customer. What's the problem?
Yeah, that's the part that I don't know, but I did know about the policy of not being able to travel after a certain gestation of pregnancy. So for me, I was like, I think I saw probably just a few years ago a TikTok about that where like some mom was going on a Disney cruise and then they wouldn't let her on because she was 26 weeks pregnant or something. Yeah, that's annoying, but at the same time, I guess it's just not common knowledge that you can't go on a cruise pregnant.
Even if it
PSA,
is.
We're letting you know. Yeah, you would think that they would at least refund her.
I just don't understand why that would be a problem. I don't get it.
Or that they can't.
But no, you're not the asshole. I mean, yeah, I guess you should have done a little more of your due diligence on the trip, but they should be a little more accommodating to you.
Maybe they need proof that you are pregnant and that, you know what I mean? Like,
maybe she gave them the proof. How the fuck do they know?
No, I'm just thinking like if someone were to, because I feel like policies are put into place because of past things. So I'm thinking the reason why this is a thing is because people were probably going into preterm labor on the ship and they didn't have, the medical, they didn't have the necessary needs to help
Why
service.
did you tell them how far along you were? Because if you didn't, you could probably have swapped. I wonder if the policy, if she didn't say she was pregnant, but she wanted to bow out and give it to somebody else, if she could have done it that way. Like, why even tell them? That could have been a different loophole. I don't know why you told them you were pregnant.
Well, unless they ask how far, like they ask if you're pregnant or not, and then they need to know. Either way, like that's their policy.
You're technically at fault. You didn't read the fine line, but you're not an asshole. You're at fault for not paying attention.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is why they're probably not flexible of refunding is probably because people were using this as an excuse to get out of a trip last minute if they couldn't like afford it or something. You know what I mean? For it not being refundable. or like not being able to hand this cruise off to someone else. I think that's the weird part, is that like if it's already paid for, why can't I just give someone else?
You're not asking for a full refund. Right. You're swapping the person out. So I don't get that.
Yeah, but again, the fine print is the fine print. Even though it's annoying, it's there for a reason. So that's it. That's all.
We're just churning because we're agreeing on stuff. We're just flying through this.
And this one, I'm just gonna, even if I do agree with you, I'm just gonna disagree with you. I don't know what this question is yet. Next question. I went through 3 hard years of IVF. Found out about some medical issues I had throughout the years. I did everything I could to become healthier and make myself and the situation better. I went from pre-diabetic to my numbers being perfect. I changed it due to diet as well as lifestyle changes. I am now 5 months pregnant with a baby girl and through the roof. Aside from intermittent fasting, I have followed these changes and continued to work out and eat right. Every now and then, I do like to indulge in some sweet treats. And when I do, my husband feels the need to make comments or make me feel bad about my decisions. He tries to guilt me and says, I don't care what you do when the baby is born, but now you can't do those things. You would feel horrible if you gave the baby diabetes. I've asked him to stop. I've told him to stop making me feel bad, and it's not an everyday thing, and he continues to make his comments. While on vacation and at the airport, I purchased some snacks, and he made his comments again. I started to cry and then threw out the unopened snacks, and now he's continuing to make me feel bad about my decisions. My doctors have cleared me and have said my numbers are great. I've never felt this hurt or insecure, unsure what to do.
Bad partner, that guy's being a dick.
Yeah.
If you're good and the baby's good and you're doing what you're supposed to do, live your life. I like how this outside entity is telling you what to do, and what is he doing? He's not carrying this baby. He doesn't know what you're going through. He doesn't know how you're feeling. I think, and on top of that, not being supportive. So the one thing he should be doing, supporting you, helping you, he could have said it in a different way. He's just bringing you down and making things worse. That's a fucking bad dude.
Especially when you have your doctors telling you that your numbers are good.
Yeah, is he a fucking doctor?
I think that's what it really boils down to is, I'm sorry, sir, do you have your medical degree? You do not. I'm going to take the opinions and the guidance from my doctors who are telling me that what I'm doing is okay.
I hope he feels like shit. It's your person, your support.
It doesn't seem like he feels like shit.
No,
so what do you do in a situation like this?
I mean, you've expressed your concerns to him, and he keeps doing what he's doing. I don't fucking know. What do you want me to say? Divorce him? Get rid of him? Like, what are you going to do?
Now that you said that, I'm going to go back to this question. It was just a random one that I pulled off onto the side. And I was like, if we have time, I'll ask it. But someone had written in about how casually we speak about divorce. This is a situation that I don't think that divorce needs to be on the table. But I do think that I don't want to say controlling or abusing you, but in a way,
that sounds fucking controlling.
Yeah, it is controlling because, again, this is a situation in which he has no control over. So he's trying to project onto you what he thinks is right and how he wants you to behave. But at the end of the day, is his diet 100% clean? Is he the one building bones? It doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, he's not carrying the baby, you are. And he's just not your fucking doctor. And I think that that's what you need to communicate to him, is that you're following the guidelines, you're doing what you need to do. And if he can't support that, then he doesn't need to communicate with you then during the rest of your pregnancy about your diet habits.
Like, you're making stuff worse. Like, give me a beat. Just go away. Just go away. Literally, the guy's one fucking job is to support you, and he's just not doing that. Like, that's a shitty partner. Good luck. I hope he's a better person when the baby's here.
But I think what's important when you're pregnant, because I think I had to say this to John too, about like just certain conversations that I just didn't feel comfortable having while I was pregnant. You just have to communicate that and say, unless I am doing something that is actually harmful and you're actually concerned, please keep your opinions to yourself. I know what I'm doing is best for me and for baby. I think ultimately you have to express and communicate what you need throughout this pregnancy and the type of conversation you want to have surrounding your pregnancy in order to get through it. Because it takes a mental toll, a physical, emotional. It's a lot for you to go through.
She already did communicate to him. That's the problem. Like, you have communication with me. I'm receptive to what you're telling me, and I'm taking a mental note of it. This guy's not. He's just brushing that off and continuing down the road of saying whatever the fuck he wants to say.
My suggestion would be the next time that you have an appointment with your OB to bring it up and say, hey, we just wanted to address some concerns.
Call him out in front of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that way he has the proof, or, you know, it's an open conversation with your doctor and he can hear it from her.
I also wouldn't say we. I'd be like, this dickhead here, he's got some concerns.
Right.
Go ahead, Billy. Tell her what you've been telling me. Oh, you don't want to say anything? He's saying that I'm eating too much shit. What do you think, Doc?
Right.
Yeah.
Bring a third party in. And if he can't go to an appointment, have her write a fucking note or bring up a study on the internet.
None of that's going to do anything. I think it's somebody calling him out that will adjust his toot a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I just his opinion does not. Men's opinions during women's pregnancies should exist literally nowhere.
I don't agree with that. No, because if you have a supportive partner, it's sometimes good to have an outsider supporting you in a way that maybe you didn't realize, or keeping you not keeping you in check, but like if there's something that you shouldn't actually be doing,
but
that's affecting
unsolicited.
Is it
opinion?
Unsolicited when it's your husband? That's the other thing. Like, that's your partner. There's a difference between being a negative teammate and somebody that's supporting you. Like, you're basically telling your partner to be a mute and not say anything, when your partner is the one who helped give life in this situation, and it is their child too.
30 seconds of effort, yes, but
it is okay. First off, at least 5 minutes.
That's being very generous.
Fucking rude.
I just think that, like, again, she knows what's going to be best, and if she needs help and other opinions, in very rare circumstances, is someone out there like smoking crack and needing the husband to be like, yeah, you shouldn't do that.
I'm not agreeing with you on that. No.
I'm not talking about support. Like, in a lot of situations.
But giving opinions, I'm not saying negative opinions, but giving opinions is giving support and giving some sort of, maybe they have a little more knowledge than the mother does.
Okay, fine. I won't make a broad generalization.
Yeah, because you're just saying, like, the husbands don't need to say a fucking thing. I'm like, that's bullshit.
But to a point. Like, I think it could get past a point where it...
Yeah, obviously. But you're saying in general, don't fucking say anything. The pregnancy's all the mother, which sure it is, but your partner is also assisting you, whether it's at home, going to your appointments with you, driving you to appointments, taking care of you, feeding you.
But that's if you have a supportive partner. Like, again, you can't draw generalizations across the board at all.
You just did. You're like, no husband should roll the tape. No husband should say a fucking thing.
That's not exactly what I said, but I said that their opinions should not exist.
Won this argument. What's up?
I just think it really is a personal thing between a woman who's using her body to grow a baby and her doctor. If she wants the opinions of her husband or from a man, she can take them if she wants.
That wasn't the debate.
John, what opinions have you given me?
None. You know why? Because I don't have you have more knowledge than I do, and I know that.
But you're more supportive than the majority of husbands.
That's not true. Say. I'm like maximum effort 50%. I'm just kidding.
No, we're very lucky.
I just know when to push and when not to, and I know what type of mood you're in. So I'm like, is this something I really want to fight on?
But you trust that I have the instincts of like doing what is best, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's...
I get in your ass a little bit if you're like crushing coffee, and I'm not saying you are, but like sometimes I'm like, should you be drinking that much coffee? I don't know. But that's like about it.
But again, I still don't think that you say anything because I know what a limit is.
Sometimes I do. I know I'm going to catch a little blowback, but I know then that seed's planted in your head. You're like, maybe I shouldn't. But also, I am the one with a healthcare background. So sometimes I'm like, take a back seat, lady.
I just think
do you know human anatomy?
I'll change it.
Not as well as I do.
I'll change it for this. For the safety of husbands, don't give your fucking opinions. Because like I already want to backhand you just for bringing it up.
I mean, I do get that. I'm like, I know you're like a high state mental right now.
The thing is, again, with pregnancy, like You're already doing so fucking much, and you're gonna now chime in and be a little beep, beep, beep in my ear about other things that I need to be doing. Shut the fuck up. Like, I'm doing my best. You know what I'm doing, John? My best.
I know you're doing your best.
Okay.
And I'm just helping you do a little better.
So this is going to be the last episode that John is part of.
It'll be Give It To Me Straight by Alex.
By just Alex. And John, he just went missing, unfortunately.
He's dead in a barrel somewhere.
No, I left him back at Sandals.
That wouldn't be bad.
That's what the story that will be told.
I'll be the dog king.
No one will
I'll have
actually
all the
find
island's
you.
dogs.
No one will actually find you at Sandals, John. You will find yourself at the bottom of the ocean. Next question. I need help on how to approach this situation. I, being nosy, decided to look through my husband's phone while we were on vacation. We share our phone passwords with one another, and we have nothing to hide. So I thought. I happened to find screenshots of his secretary from her social media. She's a pretty girl, I won't deny that, but it definitely raised some red flags for me, especially knowing his past work experiences with family members having had infidelities with secretaries. I never thought so I guess that means his family members.
What is this, like a genetic trait?
Right. I don't understand why that matters. I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would be in this situation questioning my husband's intentions. I always assumed we had a pretty good, easygoing relationship and always kept it fun and exciting. We've been together for over 10 years and we were recently married. Obviously, I did a deeper dive, but there was nothing I found that was inappropriate. The secretary is married, has kids, and seems to be in a happy relationship. But it definitely struck a nerve, especially with our recent circumstances of us having had a miscarriage. I don't know whether to call him out and risk him knowing I've gone through his phone or not say anything. Please help.
They're on their honeymoon?
No. They've been married. They've been together for 10 years. They were just on vacation. She looked through his phone.
Probably I wonder what photos.
Probably while he was pooping. Actually, no, because he probably brought his phone with him. I don't know. It was just, like, were they...
Is it like a family photo?
Yeah.
Is it a work photo where they're all together? Is it a photo with her tits out?
I'm assuming it was probably just individual photos of the secretary. Probably not family photos.
A history of family infidelity.
His brother did it, so...
He must have... That's so random.
And with a secretary, like,
I mean, I guess I would have that thought too. I'm like, well, his brother did it, so
yeah,
apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I guess.
It stays in the family. What would you do, John? Would you call him out? Would you call me out if you saw screenshots of my coworker Kobe?
Yeah, I'd call you out on anything because I can't keep stuff in. But it's almost like, would you want more evidence? It seems like there's not a lot. It's kind of random. Why would you not tell us what kind of photos were they?
Well, either way, let's just say they were normal photos of just like a few of her sitting in a chair. Like, doesn't matter. I think like whatever could be on her social media. Like, I'll just put myself in this situation. If I went on your phone and saw, I would 100% bring it up to you. I would be like,
it is a very random
why do you
photo.
have these photos? Even if it was a friend, a coworker, a family member.
If it's his rebuttal, something like, I sending it to my friend who's single or whatever, I'd be like, prove it, show me that text. I'd keep diving down. Like, why, unless he was taking a screenshot to show his friends or somebody who maybe was single.
Yeah, that's true.
I would just elaborate more.
Are you talking from experience? Whose screenshots do you have on your phone?
Who have I done that? No, your friend.
Well, yeah, but I just like copied the Instagram profile and sent it. See, like, and
but it's similar.
And that's the weird thing. I don't know. Is that just a personal choice? Are you sending screenshots or are you forwarding a
You're saying it's a weird thing. It's so much simpler. Like as a guy, but like looking at a profile to screenshot.
I guess if a profile is
first,
private.
Like, let me find the profile. Let me copy the profile. Let me send instead of just screenshotting.
Either way, this secretary is married with kids. So
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's not like he would be sending her over to a buddy.
She say she was hot?
Yeah, that's what the writer said, the listener said. So I don't know. I would address it, and I don't want to jump to conclusions and assume, huh?
Have her address it while they're on vacation?
Well, she's probably home at this point, but yeah, I would. I mean, I don't know why you would wait. What?
For some reason, in
you
this
think
moment.
It's live. You think this is live. You're like,
where are you? Is she
in.
messaging you right now?
Yeah, just in. We have a listener email who is on vacation with her husband. She's on standby. Should she address?
Well, since you're home now,
yeah,
you got to address it. Wow, good for her for keeping it in on vacation, because I would have said something right at the swim up bar.
I don't know how people don't communicate those things immediately.
Not us.
I can't
I don't
imagine
care
keeping
if we're at a family event. I'd be like, what the fuck is this? People have restraint.
I have none.
Zero.
I just don't. Zero. I don't feel like I have the bandwidth to hold
for nonsense.
Yeah,
we don't have time for nonsense.
No, that's what I mean. I don't have time, and the amount of energy, because my past relationships that I've been in, like I've definitely held things back. I think
just watch like porn of people that nobody knows. Like, why do you always notice a lot of times it's like
we're talking about communicating, and you're like, just watch porn.
But you know what I'm saying, like
strangers.
Because you're making it so personal. You know what I'm saying?
Personal if he has a personal attachment to the secretary.
You know the person. That's personal.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's going to hit so much harder. I feel like, I guess each his own. But if you were watching porn, Alex.
Okay, but you're talking about someone who's just whacking off to someone. He might actually, like, it might be more in depth than that. They might have like an emotional connection as well.
Even worse.
Obviously, but that's the reason why he's not just doing it to porn. He's doing it to the secretary.
There's a personal aspect to what's going on here, whether he's beating off to the pitcher or not. It's still like, that would hurt me. Oh, that would hurt me so much more. Then I'd be like, I get why you're jerking off to what her name was, whatever, someone.
Sometimes I hope everyone can follow John, because sometimes I have a hard time.
People do. No, it's nice. I appreciate people in the comments who like break down what I'm saying, because I know a lot of times it doesn't make a lot of sense, but people are like, I understand what John's saying. He didn't say it in the best way, but I get where he's coming from. And when I read them, like, that's exactly what I was trying to say.
People get you, and I like that.
And you don't. My wife, who I've been with for forever.
Sometimes, again, it's just like, similar, like we're live here, we're on the scene.
We're on the scene. We're on the scene.
I have so much, just how you sometimes have a hard time answering the question. Sometimes I have a hard time listening to your response.
It's like you're breaking Da Vinci's code trying to listen to what I'm saying.
I'm just like, okay, this is, and then what are the facts that they said in the question, so I could go back and reference. I have a lot going on over here too, John. Just so
this has nothing to do with anything. I don't know what made me think of this, but when we're sleeping at night, Alex always wants me to massage her arm. She slaps her arm onto my chest. She goes, come on, you know the deal.
You know the drill.
You know the drill.
Scratch my arm.
I don't know why that made me think of that, but I thought that was so funny.
You know the drill. Just scratch my arm. It's like there's nothing better than arm scratches. You can scratch my arm right now.
Next question.
Well, did we answer this? Yes. Obviously, communicate with your husband, get to the bottom of this, and give us an update, because I want to know if you said anything on vacation.
It's probably not even a big deal. He probably took a screenshot. I was like, oh, yeah, she was looking for a new job somewhere, and I sent the person a photo.
I don't see any reason why you would have to take screenshots and keep them on your phone.
Maybe he took a screenshot and he's giving it to the local news because they're doing an article on her.
Okay, that's actually a good thought, John.
For cheating coworker.
Oh, okay, maybe. Next question. Are we the assholes for thinking it's fucked up that my sister has booked a vacation to Europe for the month of our baby being born? She will be gone for 5 weeks. She doesn't think that there's anything wrong with it and says that due to her living out of state, she probably wouldn't have made it out for his birth anyway. That has not sat right with us. But to add to this, we have to go to her out-of-state wedding next year, travel with a baby, board our dog, get a hotel room, the whole 9 yards. My husband doesn't think we should be obligated to go because she doesn't feel obligated to be in the country for the birth of our first child.
I'm getting the gist of this.
What are your thoughts? Give us your best mediocre advice.
I mean, if you want to go the route of not going to her wedding, the tit for tat, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse and snowball. I get your side though.
Am I the only one who like truly does not give a fuck about anyone being around for the birth of my baby?
I know everyone's different.
Everyone's
different though.
And I guess like if your relationship with your sister is that you want her in the delivery room with you, maybe, but maybe I can understand your reasons for being frustrated. I just don't have that relationship with my sister. So I'm like, dude, you could literally
Everyone's looking at events in their life on different pedestals. People are like,
Yeah.
weddings are the pinnacle, babies, birthdays, Christmas. I don't know. So everyone's different on what level it's at.
I feel like you can't compare a wedding and the birth of a baby. Like the birth, unless it's a scheduled C-section or induction, you really don't know when they're going to come. So it's like, a wedding, it's a completely different type of event. Like a kid you could meet whenever. They're not, knock on wood, they're not going anywhere. A wedding is a one-day thing.
Maybe.
You also don't have to.
They can get married again.
True. Okay, sure. But I'm saying like that event is a one-day event. Like, I don't know. I just think that they're hard to compare apples and oranges there.
That's semantics. It's subjective. I plead the fifth. I should be a lawyer.
No, you shouldn't.
Semantics.
I don't know. I guess it depends how close you are with your sibling and if you really wanted her to be there. But you could communicate to her with that information and
Let's
say,
sing it
I
once.
really, what?
Let's sing it once. Communication.
I just don't personally think it's that big of a deal. But that's me and my bias and my experience. I'm like, if you meet her in a few weeks, that's fine too.
Just choose violence. Just don't go to her wedding and just really cause some friction in the family, Again, I agree with you, Al, but that's just us. Like, baby's born, you'll see the baby one. But I do. But that's like our opinion. Like, I can see other people, everyone's opinion is different, so you could go either way.
Everyone's opinion is different because their relationships with their siblings are different. Their priorities are just different. I think it just depends. But what is going to help solve this?
I could see being kind of fucked up if you're close to your sister and you tell your sister this is the due date and she's like, cool. And then the next day she's like, oh, also I just booked a trip during that time. Did she book the trip before?
I'll attribute it to my parents. Like if my parents were not going to be around, because like you might have a closer relationship with your sister than we do with our siblings. Not that we don't have close relationships. I just don't care for them to be around for the birth. But like if my mom and dad were not going to be around the week surrounding, again, I don't need them at the hospital. I don't need them in the room. But like just that support system. And again, everyone's needs are different. But yeah, I might feel a little butthurt if my mom was like, oh my God, well, we're going to be in Europe like the month that you're giving birth. And we won't be around the weeks before, the weeks after to assist or just kind of celebrate with you. Like, okay, I can understand. But,
that doesn't bother me at all.
I don't know. Maybe because I'm the woman. But again, I think it also just depends on your relationship with this person. If you're close enough with your sister that this really hurts your feelings that she's not going to be around, you have to communicate with her and let her know, I really need your support during this time in my life. And I will be there for you during your wedding as well to stand up there with you and support you. But I don't think just not going to her wedding because she's not going to be around for your birth is not the birth of your baby.
I personally think this is all petty bullshit.
Yeah, it could be petty depending on your relationship with the person.
You'll see each other when you see each other.
I don't know. Again, we've said it before, we'll say it again. Nobody's baby is more important to anyone else except for you. Like the baby
Facts.
is going to be the most important to you. And that's what matters. Are both parents going to be present? Fabulous. That baby has the love that they need. Your sister.
True. You really should just be focusing on you, your baby, and your husband. That's right now.
I don't know. I just can't imagine like a sibling or a friend
partner
or a family member not being there for the birth of my child and that ruining my relationship with them. Unless we're just on a different planet.
You could ask people who've already had kids, like in the moment of giving birth, is your first thought like, who's around that I can share this joy with? Or is it really like you're really just focused on like your relationship and your connection with your baby in that moment? I've
heard that there's two different types of personalities who, like when you're giving birth, people who want connection, like they want to be surrounded by their closest people to feel safe, like a community birth. Because I've seen videos of girls on TikTok giving birth and they have like their friends in the room.
Then they all start doing a TikTok dance afterwards.
Probably. And then there's people who just truly want to isolate and like have it as small of a room as possible.
Isolate
just be
as
alone.
fuck.
Yeah, I'm truly like, lock it off. I don't even want to tell people when we're going in, but it's just like, I think that there's two different types of personality. So it sounds like your personality is you want that support. And I think you just have to communicate that. But I don't think that you could hold your sister to the standard of her putting her life on pause just because you have this big milestone. And I get that you think that that's the same as her getting married, but did she go to your wedding? You know, like, I don't know. I think that you can't really compare those. Anyway, did we beat this question into the ground or what?
We did.
Shall I move on? Okay. So I guess this was a new listener, and this was just a random question we got, but I feel like it's something important to address, like just moving forward into our future episodes. I listened to your podcast for the first time, and something that stood out to me was how casually you spoke about getting divorced or getting married. I know it's not the end of the world when a couple divorces, but why even get married in the first place? It's about a commitment to your spouse and God, and you do it in front of family and friends. You have your nieces and your nephews looking up to you, and it just breaks my heart that divorce could be the norm for them. Now, I know you've gone through a very tough situation, and those happen all the time, different situations, monetary, health, etc. But isn't the whole point of marriage to tough it out in any kind of situation? You love this person. Is it possible someone really changes that much? You want to go through every stage of life with this person, the good, the bad, the boring. I guess my question is, does it not scare you speaking about divorce so casually that it's something that could just happen?
Fuck no. And also, you don't have to get married in front of God. You can get married in front of Buddha or whatever the fuck you believe in. It's like keep that opinion to yourself. You can get religion or not religion. Do whatever you want. That part annoyed me. Also, no, it's not always the right thing, because I have had a family member who went through a horrible, horrible experience with her husband, who's a piece of shit, and then the mother-in-law had the audacity to be like, well, marriage is through thick and thin. And be like, well, your son was a piece of shit and will burn in hell.
The issue,
if you believe in God,
is here, religion aside of the whole marriage situation, people don't get married thinking that they're going to get divorced, but some people should not marry the person who they're marrying. And that's the problem, is that they get married with rose-colored glasses and then they realize, oh my gosh, this person might not be for me. A person breaks a vow. Is that not reason for divorce? I don't think that every situation requires work to work through. I think that there's a lot of situations in which you could say, this person is not for me. In a situation like this that she's explaining, I think it's a very dangerous narrative in marriages that can exhibit abuse or infidelity.
Not according to her.
No,
she can get beat up by her husband every other day, but she's gonna stay with him because in the eyes of God, you can't get divorced or whatever the fucking law is.
Or again, like, I just think people have their own situations and reasonings for leaving a person. Divorce is a challenge in itself. It's not a fucking easy path to go down. I think it's the last resort that most people want. But yes, like, I would never ever judge someone for getting a divorce.
Never.
For staying in, why would you want to stay in a situation where someone is potentially not willing to change?
Abusive.
They're abusive. And again, you've gone through, how do you know that a lot of these people have not gone through all of the therapy, I can't even come up with the words. Like, they've gone through the counseling, they've gone through all the steps to try to make this relationship work, to save this relationship. And they're just at the end.
You have one life to live and you want that person just suffer through their whole life.
I hate that. I hate the narrative that, like, you shouldn't get divorced.
That's fucking scary that you think that. That is a scary mental thought to have.
So when we talk about divorce so casually, it's because I don't think, number one, that people should be getting married so casually. I think when you're choosing a partner, like,
shouldn't have a kid too casually. You shouldn't get married too casually.
But I think in situations where you are dealing with abuse, you are dealing with liars, infidelity, money, like, there's so many reasons why people get divorced. I don't think you should stay miserable. You have an entire life to live. If you have tried and really worked out all of your resources, I just don't think that you need to stay miserable in a marriage that doesn't serve you.
That makes me so mad.
I know. It came in and I was like, oh.
She's like, she was a shit sandwich. She's like, you guys gone, like, us aside, like you guys, what you've been through, blah, 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 like that's very nice of you. Then drops this thing and like shows her opinion. Again, that's your opinion. And I know a lot of people have the same opinion as you. We do not agree with that.
And it doesn't scare me speaking so casually about divorce, because if it's something that happens, it's because it's probably the right decision for both of us. But I think that we're also very self-aware in that, like, again, the loss that we went through, we can communicate. When you're trying to communicate with a partner who is not self-aware or not emotionally regulated, or they do not have a high emotional intelligence.
They can stonewall you, yeah.
Yeah. Why should you keep hitting that brick wall? And you don't deserve that. Again, I think a lot of times people end up choosing the wrong partner, and that's where the divorce comes in. Not that someone necessarily changes overnight, although it's a possibility. I just think that characteristics of a person might reveal themselves later on in a relationship that you didn't recognize before. Or again, rose-colored glasses. You just like thought that things would change when you did get married, and then they don't. Anyway, I don't think divorce is a bad thing at all.
And we don't take it lightly. It's
No.
just common sense.
Right.
You would think,
Yeah.
oh, you're being abused? Let me try to work this out.
Yeah.
He only punched me a couple times.
Right.
He only stole all my Social Security.
No, but John, you made a vow, like you're supposed to step.
He only verbally abuses me and his child and the in-laws. He only doesn't do anything at all.
She might also be a piece of shit. So that's that. Let's get down to sharing a secret, okay? I'm gonna share the secret with you now, John. Are you okay?
I'm just like,
I'm sorry, I annoyed you.
you didn't annoy me.
I know, but I pulled that question because it annoyed me, and I said, you know what? I want to have this conversation.
I'm not even like against religion. I just hate that term. In the eyes of God, like you know him specifically, like you cannot get divorced. And I'm just like, that is horrible. And it's horrible that the gnats trickle down to other poor, innocent people who are getting abused or some shit and just think like, oh, this is life. I guess this is my life now forever because I cannot leave this person. God, that's fucking terrible. Now I'm ready.
And that's how the cycle continues. All right, here's the secret. I've been with my partner since 2016. We got engaged after a year and then did a year of long distance. During that year, I was flying back from Easter break with him, and I met someone on the plane who was possibly my soulmate. Nothing happened, but we talked the entire time, and the chemistry was chef's kiss. He flew to a different airport, but 2 weeks later, he drove down to my city to visit me. We shamefully hooked up. Not fully, but we made out a bunch, and it was so hard to refrain from doing more. But I still feel so incredibly guilty for kissing someone else, and I've never spoken a word of it to anyone, ever. It's been 8 years, and it still eats at me. I'm hoping telling you guys will help it get off my chest. I should add that we are still not married yet, still engaged after 9 years, and we now have a 2-year-old.
We're not giving advice. This is not advice.
Okay.
Thanks for telling us the secret.
I have to give an opinion on here. Don't get married to this person. You've been engaged for 9 years.
Oh, that's what you're more like. Why are they? Who's
Obviously,
waiting?
this is not the right relationship. When you are in the right relationship,
I don't like that you're making a secret into another question. I'm questioned out.
When you are in the correct relationship, you don't have eyes for another person to like actively choose to have this man drive to visit you. And it's been eating at you for 8 years because probably you feel
like a lost connection. You want to get back with them. Yeah, for sure.
Or just like, again, the guilt, but it's like, why are you still engaged after 9 years and like you haven't been married? You have a 2-year-old, okay, co-parent. I don't think that you should be in this relationship.
Love Dr. John could give advice, but I'm not going to because it's not a question.
You know what? I'll give your advice too. And you're not married, so good thing. You don't even have to get a divorce. That's it, John.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rex.
You go first.
So my rec is the MPC app, the mobile passport control, because we have used that and it has saved us a few times going in line in customs. So you could do it on the plane. You take a photo of yourself, say where you're landing, which terminal you're at, and we've got to cut the line a lot.
Well, now that you just shared that, we're going to have to just really go get global entry because everyone's going to be using their mobile
I would get global. I just like don't remember all my addresses because it asked you all your address in like the last 10 years or something. I'm like, I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
We've moved so many times.
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. What's yours?
My rec is going to be Sandals St. Vincent. I feel like, okay, hear me out. I've been telling everyone about it. It really was such a nice time. It was so easy and beautiful and clean. And I just think that if you want a little getaway, go there. It really was so lovely.
Quick and easy, except for the plane ride back.
Well, that had nothing to do with the resort.
The only thing I didn't like that the resort did though is they recommend 3-hour wait for international flights.
Oh my God.
So 11 a.m. they picked us up, got to the airport, by noon, say?
I mean, like 2.5 hours.
And we had 2.5 hours. We're just sitting there because the airport's so small. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Just waiting. But besides that,
everything else was great. So if you're looking for a little quick getaway, go there.
cool.
Anything else, John?
No, guys, like, subscribe, email, comment, give it to me straight, Instagram.
If you want to ask us a question, you could email us at hello@giveittomestraightpodcast.com. You can also ask an anonymous question in our show notes. Follow us on all the socials at Give It To Me Straight Podcast. I think that's it. And we'll see you guys next week.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.